Dear viewers, welcome to the YouTube channel H2O Chemistry. I would like to teach the concept of electronic configuration of atoms in this video. I believe this video will be very helpful in learning the concept of chemistry. Let us go to the topic called electronic configuration of chemistry. So before we go into the electronic configuration of chemistry, so what I required is you have to be at least have some knowledge about an atom. So atom, which is the very smallest particle of an matter, which has a size of around 10 to the power of minus 10 meter or 1 angstrom, which is very small in size. See, if you look at the structure of atom, the structural parts of atoms includes two main parts. One we call nucleus, another one we call energy shells or energy levels. So this is the major concept we have learned already. So the nucleus is made up of proton as well as neutron. So they are collectively called as nucleons, right? So the subatomic particles proton and neutron are present in the nucleus, whereas the electrons are present in the energy shells. So this word we talk about electronic configuration. So we are mainly talking about these energy shells. So now we don't have any information about this nucleus, so we only talk about these energy shells. Okay, in the Watt model of an atom, we have energy shells. You're right, my dear children, the model of an atom is Bohr's atomic model. So in the Bohr's atomic model, Bohr's introduced the concept called energy shells or energy levels, otherwise he called orbits. He said that the word called stationary circular paths are called orbits or shells or energy levels. So this is the idea behind this Bohr's atomic model. So the electronic configuration of atoms was mainly derived by Bohr's and Bury, these two scientists. So that is the reason the electronic configuration of an atom was given by Bohr and Bury. So this electronic configuration of atom, otherwise called as Bohr and Bury scheme, right, or Bohr and Bury rules of electronic configuration. So this is the idea you should have. So it has two different names. So Bohr's and Bury scheme or Bohr and Bury rules of electronic configuration. Okay, we know that electrons are revolving in the energy shells or energy levels. Now, what is the meaning of this electronic configuration? So that is the first idea. So let us know the first idea about this electronic configuration. So the configuration means arrangement. Here what you're arranging electrons. Okay, where do you want to arrange? In shells, right? So the electron arrangement in cells are called electronic configuration. So that is an idea, my dear children. So let me go to the definition of this electronic configuration. the distribution, this word is important, the distribution of electrons in different energy levels is called electronic configuration. So this is the first important 2 mark, so that we are learning here configuration, right? So what is called electronic configuration? Configuration means arrangement. So what we are arranging, so in this we have a electron, so electrons arrangement in where the electrons are present in shells. So electron arrangement in cells are called electronic configuration. So the distribution of electron in the different energy levels is called electronic configuration. Okay, let us have a small recap on the Bohr's model of an atom. So in this model, Bohr said that nucleus is at the center and the electrons are revolving in the stationary circular paths. He called it as cells or energy levels. The one which is very closer to the nucleus is called K shell. Little bit far away, one more shell is a little bit far away, that is we call L shell. Another one is M shell, N shell, and so on. So up to we have infinite number of cells in an atom. Now, so this is the configuration, this is the shell arrangement. In this, how do you arrange electrons? That is another question. To answer that, Bose and Bury framed rules. Let us see the rules. Rule number 1. The rule number 1 is, they introduced a formula called 2n squared. So keep in mind where n starts from 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on up to infinity. Now this rule is applicable only to first 20 elements. So make sure, my dear children, this rule is applicable only to first 20 elements. So beyond that we cannot apply this rule. And then the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in a particular shell, that means K shell, M shell, is given by 2n squared, where n is the principal quantum number. Don't panic this word with the principal quantum number. It is nothing but an address of electron or location of electron. So in later classes you will come across this word quantum number. Just know this, it's an address of electron or location of electron. Principal means main. So we talk about main energy level. So let us revise one more time. So we talk about main energy levels. So what are the main energy level? K shell, L shell, M shell. K shell, the value n is equal to 1. So that means when the number is small, it is very closer to the nucleus. So n is equal to 1 is very small. Now when compared to 2, 3, so which is very closer to the nucleus. N is equal to 2 means little far away from the nucleus. That is the answer. So it is further, n is equal to 1 means the number is small, so it is size also very small. The energy also very small when compared to L shell. So when you go away from it, the energy also gets increases. This and all we have learnt in the Bohr's model of an atom, right? So the very simple idea, my dear children, we are going to learn in this. So he said that for a K shell, the n value is 1. For a L shell, n value is 2. For a M shell, n value is 3, like and so on. So up to infinity we can give numbers. So let us apply this formula 2n squared to find out how many electrons we can accommodate in a K shell, L shell, M shell and all. Okay, so first we will go with the idea 2n squared, where n is equal to number 1, which indicates K shell. Am I right? Which indicates K shell. Now n is equal to number 1, you apply in this formula. So what do you get it? Now let us write this K shell. So 2 into 1 squared, 2 into 1 squared 1, so 2 into 1 is equal to 2. So in K shell, maximum of 2 electrons can be accommodated. Next, n is equal to number 2, that is we call L shell, where the n value is 2. So 2 into 2 squared is equal to 2 squared is equal to 4. So 4 into 2, 8. So there are 8 electrons we can accommodate in the L shell. The next one is n is equal to number 3. So in this, how many electrons we can accommodate, my dear children? So nothing but M shell. So in this, if you apply n value in this formula, 2 into 3 squared is equal to 2 into 9, so the answer is 18. So in the M shell we can accommodate maximum of 18 electron. Come to the next one, n is equal to number 4. N is equal to number 4. In this, n value, that is number 4, it is N shell. So 2 into, if you apply this n value in this, so it is nothing but 4. So 4 squared is equal to 2 into 4 squared is 16. So 2 into 16 is nothing but 32. So in the fourth level we can accommodate maximum of 32 electrons, right? So this is an idea the Bohr has given to us. Bohr and Bury have framed the first rule, that is 2n squared. The maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in a particular shell is given by this formula. So this is a rule number 1, right? So learn this. Okay, the next point, rule number 2 is the electrons are filled in the energy shells in the increasing order of energy. This word is important, increasing order of energy. So this is an idea I'm talking about. What is meant by increasing order of energy? See, in the Bohr's model of an atom, if I might have drawn a picture like this, so you could see this. So if you imagine, this is a nucleus at the bottom, and then this is energy. So the K shell is having a least energy, then L shell, then M shell, then N shell, then O, like that it goes, right? So which is having very least energy in the diagram, my dear children? K shell. Once K shell is filled, it will go to the L shell. Once L shell is filled, it will go to the M shell. Once M shell is filled, it will go to the N shell. So this is the idea behind this concept. Rule number 2. The electrons are filled in energy shells in the increasing order of energy. Very important. The word increasing order of energy means, so from the lowest energy to highest energy it fills. So let me write from the lowest energy. So electrons from the lowest energy shells, from the lowest energy shells to highest energy shells, right? Shells. So from this only electrons are filled. So first it fills with K, and then L, and then M, and then M, and then N, and then O, like that it fills. So I hope this concept is clear, my dear children. Let us go to the next one, that is so once K shell is completely filled, then only it goes to L shell. Once L shell is completely filled, it goes to M shell, and so on. So the rule number 3 is, even though the maximum capacity of M N and so on shells. So even though the maximum capacity of M shell or what? There is a 18, 32, etc. and so on. Right? It has a initial capacity. This is very important. It has an initial capacity to accommodate only 8 electrons in it. 8 electrons in it. So very important. From the M shell onwards, from M, N and onwards, they have 1832 electrons. So from M and N shell onwards, the capacity of the shells are 1832 and so on, but they can accommodate only 8 electron initially, then it jumps to next level, right? So once the M shell is filled with 8 electrons, it jumps to next level. So that is an idea the rule number 3 talk about. Got it? Fine. So let us start working out the sums. We will come to know how to fill these how to apply these rules. So let us start our first idea of writing the electronic configuration of elements, my dear children. So let us start the first idea to how to write the electronic configuration of elements. So let me write elements and representation and electronic configuration. Okay, so what is the first element? So that is hydrogen. Representation is 1H1. So this is atomic number, this is mass number. Now electronic configuration, let me write K, L, M, N and so on. So only one electron we have. Where do you fill that electron? So the K shell is empty here, so K shell we will fill this electron. Got it? Now next element is helium. How do you represent 2He4? So how many electrons we have? This atomic number indicates number of protons or number of electrons. So there are 2 electrons in it. So we will fill 2 in the K shell. Remaining shells are empty. Understand? The next one, third one, lithium, 3Li7, right? So totally how many electrons we have? 3. Initially we said that, look at this last arrangement, right? Look at here. According to 2n squared formula, we derived that N shell has a maximum capacity of 2. So once N shell is filled with the 2, it jumps to next level. So with the 8 electrons, they're having maximum capacity of 8 electrons. So the lithium has 3 electrons in it. So the first 2 electrons will go to K shell. The remaining 3 minus 1, 2 minus 2, 1 electron. That 1 electron will jumps to the L shell. So next 2 levels are empty. Got it? So this is an idea about filling up of shells. Let us go to the next one, that is fourth one. Right? Where is the fourth one? Element number 4, that is beryllium. Representation 4B9. So in the K, L, M, N, how do you fill it? How do you fill it? 2 in the K shell, because the maximum capacity of this shell is 2. 4 minus 2, 2. So that will go to the L shell. The remaining 2 shells are empty. Understand? Now, next one, 5. Boron. So we will write 5B11. So it has 5 electrons in it. So how do you fill it? 2, 5 minus 2, 3. The other 2 cells are empty. So and so on. Other cells are empty. Next one is 6. That is we call carbon. So how do you fill it? 6C12, so 2 comma 4. The next one is 7, that is nitrogen, 7 nitrogen 14, so it is 2 comma 5, right, because it has 7 electrons in it. So at least you should learn minimum 20 minimum, then only it will be very easier, my dear children. 20 elements everyone should know, so that the atomic number and mass number, it's very essential to learn, because these ideas we can work out easily. The 8th one is oxygen, so oxygen 16, 8 electrons, 2 comma 6. See why I fill 6 up to 6, we could see the last workout with the 2n squared formula. We said that for n is equal to 2, L shell can maximum have 8 electrons, am I right? So up to 8 electrons we can fill here, so that is the reason I am filling up to 8. Then it will go to 9th one, that is fluorine, 9F19 is 2 comma 7, right? 2 in a K shell, L in a L shell. The 10th one is neon, that is 10Ne20, that is 2 comma 8. So up to 8 electron we filled with neon. So let us go to the next one, that is sodium. The representation will be 11Na23. So there are 11 electrons. Now the first 2 electrons will go to the K shell. The next is 2 comma 11 minus 2 is 9. So but maximum capacity of the L shell is 8 only, right? Am I right? As per this we can see L shell maximum capacity is 8. So the next electron jumps to the M shell, that is n is equal to 3. We have 8 electron capacity, right? So 2 plus 8, 10. 11 minus 10, 1. So that 1 electron will go to the M shell. So M shell, the last, the next shell, N shell is empty here. The next one is 12th one, that is magnesium, 12Mg24. So here we have a 12 electrons. So 2 comma 8, first two shells are completely filled. 10 minus 12, so that is 2. 12 minus 10 is 2. So it's M shell, it has a 2 electrons. The next shell is empty. Come to the 13th one, aluminium, right? Al27. So how do you fill it? 2, 8. So remaining 3. So 3 electron will be present. Next one is 14 is silicon, right? Silicon, aluminium, silicon, 14, silicon 28. So 284. That is an answer. Am I right? The next one is 15. That is phosphorus. 15 phosphorus 31. So how do you fill it? 2 in there are 15 electrons. 2 comma 8. So 10 is over. The remaining is 5. So you can fill it here. Got it? The next one is 16. That is sulfur. 16 sulfur 32. So there are 16 electrons. 2 comma 8. So in the K and L shell is completely filled. The remaining we have a 6 electrons that we can accommodate in the M shell. The next is, right, empty. 17th one is chlorine. 17 chlorine 35.5. So how do you fill the 17 electrons? 2, 8. So these still, okay, we have 10 electrons fulfilled in the first 2 shells. The remaining 17 minus 10, 7. So that will accommodate in the M shell. Last shell is, the N shell is empty. The next one, argon. 18 argon 40. 18 argon 40. So how do you fill it here? 2 comma 8 comma 8. The next cell is empty. So I told you the rule number 3. Now you just verify this rule number 3. So it says that even though the maximum capacity of N and N shells are higher, right, that means 1832, it has an initial capacity to accommodate only 8 electrons in it. So come to the next one. So we are going to find out. So now the M shell capacity, now what we have seen here, the M shell capacity is the third shell capacity is 8 now. So it cannot accommodate more electrons, right? So the next electron will jump up to the nth shell. So the example is 19th one, which we call potassium 19K39. So there are 19 electrons in it, 2 comma 8, right, comma 8 and then 1. So like that we have to fill. This is what the rule number talk about, right? Because once the K shell is filled, then go to L shell. Once L shell is filled, then go to M shell. But the M shell, we have again one more rule. So the capacity of M shell is 18, but only 8 electrons are filled initially first. Then only it goes to the, then only the next electron will jump up to the N shell, right? The next one, 20, that is calcium 20, calcium 40. And how do you fill this? So there are 20 electrons, 2, 8, 8. So 10 plus 8, 18. 20 minus 18, it is remaining is 2. So the last shell has 2 electrons. So this idea all okay will be very helpful in learning the electronic configuration. So what we have done here, we have distributed electrons in various shells. So that is we call electronic arrangement. This theory, otherwise called as Bose-Bury scheme, that's what I initially said. We can arrangement of electrons, we can do it. Okay, so this is the answer, my dear children. I hope this video will be very helpful in learning this Bose-Bury scheme and the rules, 3 rules they have given. Thank you so much. If you like this video, subscribe and click the bell button to get the notification instantly. Share it, like it. Thank you.